Hello, let's play Wordle for Tuesday, May 12th. Let's play. Yesterday we spun the wheel. It said to start with sus. We're going to learn some very interesting things from this. All right, so we learned that not only is there not one U, but there's also not two U's. And not only is there not one S, there's also not two S's, and there's not three S's. Think about all that information we just learned. All right, common letters, TRLN. E and A would be nice. Maybe I could do like something LEAN, clean. Let's try clean. Is there like an obvious, we can't do a cell A anagram. We can't do clasp. We can't do stare. A lot of them use S. I think clean is fine. Ooh, clean was very fine. Okay, CL. CL is probably trappy though. I gotta be careful. E and A are gone. So an O or an I, maybe. Clomp would be fun. I need to get kind of an idea of what, how these words form, what letters they use, to know what's going to be a good guess. I'm having trouble. We just have O and I. So clock, repeat the C. I'm trying to use the T or the cloth. Yeah, we could use the T with cloth. So far we've got clock, clomp, and cloth. None of them have any overlap in letters. Is there any overlap in letters that would make me want to guess one or the other? Anything else with MP or T or H or another C or a K? Well, there's clock and there's click. I think I'm going to try clock then, because there's a lot of CLOs over CLI. Oh. Also, clock is a good one because it is the answer. So, always good to guess the answer. Alrighty. Well, wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a CL, 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 CLO, 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 CLO. Anyway, got very lucky there. I guess we'll find out how lucky when I analyze. But first, we're going to spin the wheel and hope that it's kind to us, because we've had some pretty nasty starting words recently. All right. Donut, suggested by Tyson Price. So if you would like to follow along, tomorrow we'll be starting with donut. Tyson has a long-time super sporter, so has quite a few entries on the wheel. All right. Well, let's do some analysis then. See how we did. So I know I was emailed an analysis as well. The answer was clock. I started with sus. So why don't we pull up the email as well and get the full analysis of this, because it's not fully tested. All right. So it says title is the best option. Depot, clamp, clomp, clank, malik, climb. I went clean. Is that on the list? Is it? Clean might lose. Okay. Unfortunate. So, I don't know what I would have lost on, but probably not with this result. No. So there are only 6 left. How many did I think of? Click, cliff. I did not think of cliff. Climb, clock, clomp, and cloth. I didn't think of climb either for some reason. So basically, my thought is, and this is echoed here, because there's click and clock, you want to guess one of those, or because there's climb and clomp, you want to guess one of those. The repeated M, the repeated CK. So I chose the correct one. I chose clock and just one. But it says, hey, do one of these. So if it did click, we'd get clock right away. But the unlucky thing would be do something like clomp or climb, because then we're still down to clock or cloth here. So it could be as bad as 5, but I don't think I was in any danger of losing at all. All right. Let's look at not steel, tails, its starting word. From tails with the L, we go could. That's going to get the C and the L and the O. It's just going to go clock here, or it could go clomp, clown, clock, like just some combination of these. So 3 to 5. With steel, the L's in a different spot, but still yellow. I find, yeah, it's just because we know it doesn't end in L. It changes what we want to guess, because the other one just knew that wasn't L in the middle. It's very interesting. All right. So from folic, Folic, like folic acid. We're doing block or clock, so we could get very lucky, get a 3. Clomp, like these are all about equal, so it's really just down to luck on like, are we getting a 3 or are we getting a 6? All right. Adieu, the most common starting word. No D today. In fact, it's all gray, so we're going to go torch. And now we could get lucky with clock and 3. We could do flock. We could do block. So we're going to do one of these and do it in 3 to 5. Audio. We get the O, yellow. We're going to go clone. Clone gets us the CLO, but we're still down to clock, clomp, cloth, and they don't get each other. So it could be as bad as 5, but it might be a 3 as well. Okay. Stare, another very common starting word. Also all gray. We're going to go munch. Then it's the click or clock, flick or flock, block. I mean, bocce is interesting. Anyway, something like this, like 3 to 5, it looks like. Something along those lines. Make an equalizer or something like that. All right. Finally, oh yeah, trace tries to get in 2. We get that green C. That's interesting. We go couch, and then it's only clock, so it gets a 3. And then clasp has the CL already, but that might not be great. There's 18 words, and we can only get 3 letters at once, but it's saying 2.444 guesses less, so we're not going to lose. But something like clink gets the K, and then we could get clock right away, or we do like clock, so 3 or 4. Lots of hashtag no yellows in these analyses. Same with my solve. All right, well, let's look at the official bot. So we're gonna grab the screenshot. Save this as clock. All right, and analyze. All right, in hard mode, give me 96 skill, 70 luck. That's pretty high. 3 is way lower than the 4.1 average. But it's because I had such a strong start. I knew there weren't 3 S's. So after sus, most people did train. That makes sense. Trace, trail, place, learn, crane, alert, plant. I'm one of the few who did clean. But it worked out. All right. It given 92 to clean. It would give a 95 to train, a 99 to trace. Yeah, maybe I should have thought of trace. That would have worked well. All right. 99 for clock. It was one of the best guesses as I analyzed. But it's also extremely lucky with a 91 luck. Clean had an 89 luck. Clock had a 91 luck. My luck score was dragged down by sus. All right. It does clasp, clink, clock. 0.3 start with clock. 2%. 20%. Times 10. Can we times 10 again? No, we can't. 60%. Turn 4. 91.1 and 99.3. People losing to flock and block. It's a little trappy there. Not wanting to repeat the C, I guess. Let's upload our screenshot and check regular mode. All right. 88 skill, much lower. Wants fillers. So after sus, it gives a 45 skill. Interesting. So again, train, learn, trail, tread. Sus twice. Okay. What are you doing? Plate, create, plant, cart. No one else would clean on normal mode. All right. Give an 84 skill for clock. Yeah, so it's saying, hey, there's some fillers that would work better here on average. But, getting the answer works really well. So slate, bipod, franc. It's doing 2 fillers. 2 fillers. Okay. Then clock. Crazy. It even repeats the gray A in order to do a filler here. So, yeah, when you do 2 fillers, you're not going to get in 2 or 3. Clock is a 0.5, 2.3, 18.5, 56.8, 87.6, 98.3. Losing on flock, block, plock. I feel like plock are the people who already did flock and block, but didn't think to repeat the C, so they tried things other than the C, and then they lost. All right, well, how'd you do?